Hey guys, welcome back to Enchanted. It's me, Antonio, and welcome to Talking Fridays. Now, it's late, and if I'm being honest here, I didn't know what I was going to do for today's video. I thought I was going to maybe, research a topic and, do a video on it. But because this Talking Fridays is more than just about research and other stuff, I thought I would sing/go over a song I wrote called Problem Solution and tell you the meaning of it. Because it does have something to do with the serious topic. Because, I have no choice but to write stuff like that. That's all I can think of, Anyways, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Okay. So, the song is called Problem Solution, written by me. And the first verse is, there are so many things that I want to say. I don't know how, but they really need to change. There are many problems, way too many to count. And if I were to sing it, it would be, there are many things that I want to say. I don't know how, but they really need to change. There are many problems, way too many to count. So, I'm singing this the best way I can because, I kind of forgot. I wrote this, a while ago when I wrote this for, an essay contest. But, let's go over the lyrics. There are many things that I want to say. That basically explains itself. I don't know how, but they really need to change. There are many problems, way too many to count. So, there are just, a lot of problems in the world, if I'm being honest here. But specifically, this was written because, in the state of South Carolina, and that's basically the prompt of an essay contest. How does this need to change? First, 2. What's the problem? The problem is the school. The school's a mess, the government, the economy in itself. Let's be honest here. Government anywhere is, well, I'm not going to say anywhere, but in most places, it's not as good as it should be. Schools in most places are not as good as it should be. The economy in itself is also not as good as it should be. I decided to focus on schools because that's where, kids get their education, and that's where, grown-ups get their education, too. How can we, learn or whatever if the schools aren't giving what we need? Well, what should we do? What should I do? What should you do? What should you do? Sigh. So this was written almost like it was supposed to be a musical. So sighs, break, stuff like that. All that is written into this. Let me explain. I wake up, I get dressed, then I'm leaving the house. I get up, I show up, I get up, then I do the work. So, basically a typical day from you're getting up, you get dressed, you do all your daily routine, whatever. Then you go to school and do the work. So what's the problem? Here's the problem. The teachers aren't teaching, the students aren't learning, and I'm trying not to throw out my food. The kids are fighting, floors are biting, and I just had a new fundraiser. So let's explain. Let's be honest here. How many of you actually have teachers who teach you stuff you need to know? I had a few, but not all my teachers. In pre-K and kindergarten, you don't really expect them to teach you much. But, I need to turn off my notifications, but I'm not redoing this video. So, the teachers aren't teaching. Some teachers just don't really teach like they're supposed to. Sometimes they don't teach at all, they just hand you the work. Students aren't learning. Now, this could be interpreted as in teachers aren't teaching or kids are just being jerks and not listening, I'm trying not to throw out my food. School food, especially now, it's not as good as it used to be. Parents sometimes are telling me about how good their food was, and all I can say is, my food used to be good. Right now, not really, but it used to be. Okay. Especially smaller schools with bigger budgets, The kids are fighting. Especially ninth graders in high school, they're just always fighting. Now, I don't really remember about middle school and elementary school, but kids fight a lot, and it needs to stop. Literally. The floor is biting. That's pretty self-explanatory. Some schools have roaches or little critters that do not need to be there. And I guess this can tie into the way the teachers and the students keep the rooms clean, especially when they don't have a lot of custodians. I just had a new fundraiser. When schools don't really have like a lot of money or don't contribute to how much money they need for the school, fundraisers are supposed to be helping for there. But sometimes there's like a lot of fundraisers and some of them are not even that fun, you know? Oh, I almost forgot how the school isn't taking seriously. Sometimes schools just don't take things seriously, like bullying for that matter. When kids are getting bullied, sometimes teachers don't really do anything, or schools as a whole just don't really get taken seriously like they should. Fix this, fix that. That's what you do. Fix this, fix what? Here's what you do. Fix the budget so parents can worry less. You give us all these things that we can't pay for, but what if we can't? What's the problem? Why would I try out if I can't pay? Why would I go if it costs an arm and a leg? Maybe a good budget for food would be better, healthier, even good. Because, we're not just paying for food at this point. We're paying for uniforms, like if you go to like a specific school, or if you're like in choir like me and you want to get choir attire or something like that, what else? If you want to go on a field trip or you need to go on a field trip but you don't have the money, like they will literally ask you to pay $300 to go on a field trip that, knowing them, they probably are going to give us a crappy hotel with cheese pizza that nobody wants to eat. So it's like, now we gotta raise the money so we don't have to do that. Secondly, the fighting. Separate the problem, mainly the kids. Kids are immature and are going to fight. I see a lot of errors in this that I think I missed when I read this. So yeah, I probably did not win, but oh well. Make a school for them. Get rid of the problem. Make sure they don't have a chance. So that whole thing was talking about fighting. In my school, it's mainly the ninth graders who fight. So it's separate the ninth graders or something. I don't know. Just an idea. Lastly, listen up. This is for teachers. Do make it easy. Make it fun. Make it worth every... I realize how many was... I don't know if this is the actual one or the rough draft, but oh well. Do you want us to learn? Do you give us books? I'm reading this wrong. Do you want us to learn? Don't give us books. Give us games. Something fun. Also educational. Look at elective classes. If you want a better future of South Carolina, fix the students, the kids, and the school. I promise you won't regret it. Because, as someone who's, a hands-on learner, I can't just sit down and look at a book and think, oh, that's how I'm going to learn. No, I can't do that. I physically need you to, play games with us or something. Something that helps me learn the material. And, being in choir and theater, I realize a lot of the stuff we do in that is hands-on, which makes it easier to learn your lines or the songs. Verse 3, final. People want doctors and cops, pizza and pop. How can you get it if we're unable to work? You You want us, you need us, but without the right training, we won't. It takes two to make a team, but it makes all of us to make it work. Join me and help make schools a better place so we can be who we need to be. If you want to bring a brighter future, join me and you'll see what we can do. That's basically, this last part is talking about, bro, get up. Help me out here. I want a brighter future, but with the way things are going now, it's not going to work. I want to be able to, share my experience with the world and stuff like that. But if the world can barely read or write, how can that happen, It's actually a very important topic. Not just in South Carolina, but in other places, in other states in general. Schools need to be better. They need to get rid of, find ways to deal with bullying or, anything. I don't know how bad bullying has gotten since, I've last been bullied because I don't pay attention to that. But, according to a lot of people, it still happens. So, something needs to change or else we're not going to have much of a future. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good night. Bye!